Okay, so we're going to see about solving this beast. Now, what approach would I take now that I'm not sure where the centers are, everything is all mixed up? Well, I think the thing that I should do in the way that I solve ghost cubes is you try to correlate pieces that match to each other. So with the ghost puzzles, I generally try to solve the top areas that aren't ghosted. In this case, that top area is going to be, in this case I know it's this center and this center. Here, I don't know what center it is because I can't go by the color, and I didn't really memorize the shape, but it's certainly not this one and this one because they're too deep in, so I know it's not that. Is it this one and this one? It's possible. Is it this and this? I suppose that's possible too. But I can say that there's only one kind of a piece that goes right up against the center. That has the edge that goes right up against the center, and I guess that would be the green. So if I see this over here, this fits right flush with it, and then the other one that fits right flush up with it would be, well, in this case, the other green. Now that's easy for me to see, right? That's it's just all there. So if I had to find where it is, I guess it's this guy over here. So turn and turn. So I know that this is here, and this is going to be the first one that, the first side I'm going to be doing, is to find the one that comes right up with that. And then I have to find the other pieces. For instance, I know that this matches up with this center, because this is the center, but see how far away this is from the center? How am I going to know that on a ghost puzzle? So I'm only using this now to sort of guide my way through. But if I'm going to say that maybe this and this is the top and the bottom, or maybe it's this and this, I'm going to find an edge that goes right to the center. Now you can see over here this has an edge that goes right to the center, but it's too small. It's too small because there are other edges that go right to the center as well, and that has to do with the middle layer here. So I'm going to have a theory as to what is my center that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to have a theory as to what edge, and it's going to be a deep edge. So for instance, this edge goes right up to the center, and it's fairly large. So I'm going to match it up maybe with here. Nope. It's to, this one is pretty large. So maybe this can match up to here if I'm to believe that that's the right center. So I'm going to move this up like so. But this is what I have to expect. This is how it's going to be for me with this solve, is trial and error, and the first part's going to be kind of difficult. I move this into here, and that looks pretty good. Actually, I'm going to say that I think we're onto something. It's a little bit separate. There's a little bit of a gap, but that gap is not the ghosting aspect of it. That just might be how the puzzle is, but I'm going to say that that looks pretty good. So I'm going to say that this is a center not unlike this green. So I'm going to find another one that goes right up to the center. Maybe this guy here. So I'm going to turn this like so. And where it was this guy. So I'm going to move this over to here. So as long as I have something of a template in my head as to what to do, now something is snagging here. That means we have an alignment issue. Something is snagging here. Okay, good. I know from faith that it shouldn't snag to, there shouldn't be any alignment issue. So I'm looking at this one. Bang. I move this, and as you can see, this does not belong over here. Maybe it belongs on the other side. So I'm going to move this with the theory that it belongs here. And I'm just going to see which center comes out the easiest for me. So I move this to here, and as you can see, this isn't correct. But I've got a theory here. Now these two match together. The fact that these two match together tells me that it belongs on the top, because the kind of edges that match together in the ghost form, you know, the offset form, is a kind that matches up. So this matches together, but I don't know which side it goes to. The one that's on this side is going to have just one edge. This is going to have two edges. So what this tells me is these two matching together, this isn't going to fit right with it. It's actually going to come from here. So this is upside down. It's hard to explain exactly why I know this, but this is not up against the edge the way it's supposed to be. Because this matches together, this belongs to this side, where there's 3. The one that goes right up to the center only has 1 in here. Because this has 3, this is matched together, this doesn't fit right up against here. Just like this edge won't fit right up against here if it belongs over here. Trust me. On that one! Anyway, so I'm going to take it from where I left off. Where did it go? Here. And really, I'm looking for the other one that matches to here. So I'm going to theorize what it might be. Could it be this? Nah, too small. Could it be actually up here? So this is just going to be a process of trial and error. I don't think it's this. And sometimes it could be staring at me right in the face and I wouldn't know it. What about this? This goes right up against the center. And it seems to belong here. I doubt it, but maybe it's worth a try. So I'm going to move this like so. Then I'm going to move this up like thus. Turn this to the side. Like that. And now turn this up. Like that. And you can see it's very far from it, so that's not even close. Makes me wonder though, if this belongs up here. I'm just curious about it. I'm going to test something out. If I move this up here, no. This is 1 in, so I'm thinking it does belong up top somewhere. I got to make sure that with every move I keep it aligned. I know it doesn't belong here because this is supposed to get right up to the center. This is 1 centerpiece off. So I'm just going to move this one more like so. And if this works, I'll explain how I knew that, or how I surmise that. This comes up. And no. However, it might... Now this is interesting here. This is interesting because these 3 pieces fit. They seem to fit, which just makes me wonder about this, but I'm going to keep going as though it is. Okay, I think I tried this piece here and I found it to be lacking. So I'm going to see if there's another centerpiece that might qualify. Have I tried this? Let me see. I think I did, but I'll try it again if I did. So this is the stage where I'm just, yeah, I think I did try that. That didn't work. How about this? Now, I should look a little closer, but the way that this center is going to work, and actually this is how I should have been doing it, I'm going to be 1 off and 1, 2 off from the center here. So when you look at this piece, I'm right up against it and 1, 2 off from this center. So those are the characteristics that I'm going to be looking at. So if I find another centerpiece that's like that, for instance here, this is 1 in and this doesn't belong because it's just 1 off, not 2 off. It's got to be 2. There have to be 2 pieces between here and the center, so I know to not even try that piece. Okay, this one is right up against the center and is 2 off, so it belongs up here somewhere. It either belongs here or down here if this is indeed what I think it is. So I'm going to try this one. So I'm going to move this. So instead of using the shape and the color, I'm using the association that it has with other pieces. And now this guy's going to move up, just like so. And, well, I think that paid off. No, it didn't pay off. The reason why it didn't pay off is because this is not a centerpiece. I thought it was, but it's not. I'm just going to put this up here just for the sake of kicks. I know it doesn't work, but just to sort of... Oh, okay. So, I'm happily wrong, because this does belong here. So this and this belongs here. So what I have is I have this situation. And I did that by looking at the association of the different pieces. This is 2 off from this center, and this is 2 off from this center. So from a ghost standpoint, this is fine. So this is good. Now, what center does it belong next to? Well, it's hard to say because I've got a piece in between here, and I don't know which one it is. So I'm not going to worry about that. But here's what I'm going to do next. Next, I have to find the other pieces here. Now, it's easy for me to see. There's a green. Well, hey, it's going to be a green. And this is orange, so there's the orange side. But we want to bear in mind this is 2 off, rather this is 1 off from the center, 1 piece off from the center. This is 2 off from the center. So even if I didn't know the color, I know the association. This moves up here, and this moves down. So it's easy to see this, but it's not going to be easy to see on the other one. So here, well, I know this comes up over here, but remember, I've got 1 piece here, I've got 2 pieces here. So, how do I know which one it's supposed to be? It's going to be very difficult, because even if I have the right piece, do I really know that they're in conjunction with this center? Well, let's do the best we can. Now, here's an alternative. Here's an alternative that I could use to help. At this point, now that I know these, I can put a corner in. So I know what corner is supposed to go here. Watch what happens when I put it in. This corner is right up against this piece, right? So because it's right up against this piece, that'll guide me if this is the right piece. So maybe what I need to do is put a corner in that matches this. Let's see if that works. And I only have a couple corners to choose from. So I see this corner over here. So maybe this corner. Now, let's look at how the corners are associated. Is that this is going to match up with this, not with this, it's going to match up with this one over here. That's how I'm going to know. So how do I know if this is right? Well, that's interesting. Okay. So this is right up against the edge. I can't tell what corner is supposed to be based on this edge that I put in because I have one that's away from it. But I will be able to tell this one. So I'm going to be able to tell with this one. I'll be able to tell whatever I decide this one is going to be. So what is going to be into here? Well, let's look at what it's supposed to. This is 1 off over here, and it has to be 2 off over there. So let's find the proper edges, of which I don't have a lot. So this is 2 off here, and this is right up against it. And I don't want that, so I think that this is supposed to be with this center. So I'm going to file that in the back of my mind. This is 2 off, and this is right up against it. So where are my centers? This is 2 down, and this is 1 down. So I'm going to say this guy has to be in. It has to be one of them. So which one? Does it go here? Well, let's give it a try. I'm going to move this like thus. And now I'm going to move it in and see what happens. 1, 2. Okay, this is the one that I was looking at, and it looks like it might be a straight shot. You see how far away that is. So it's hard to say. Oh, you know what? It's, okay. It's not supposed to be 2, it's supposed to be 1 away. So let me do this. I have to move it like this. Okay, now I'm going to move this up. Thought it was too far away. And in. Boom. Okay. Do I like this? I don't know. It's obvious the size is better. So I'm going to hold that position there for now. I'm going to hold that there for now. And I'm going to move this back so I don't lose sight of this. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering if this does belong here. It has basically the right shape. Now, I'm going to move it, maybe experiment with this on this side. So let's go 1, 2, move this, 1, 2, and move it up, 1, 2. It could very well be here too. Could very well be here. It's, again, it's hard to say. Now the only way to know is I could put in a corner. So let's put in a corner and see how that works. Now I know I messed up some of the sides here, but that's okay because I'm not there yet. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this looks like it might be correct. So let's see, there is going to be a corner that fits with this. Okay, I'm going to move this back up here. And I'm going to try this corner first. I'm looking at the basic shape and does it fit with this? No, you know, I don't think it does. I think it more fits with, let's get this more on camera, sorry about that. I think it more fits with this. It has the same kind of a shape. So let's roll this in and see how it functions. Okay, that doesn't fit like that. It's rotated wrong. Okay. So I know it's the right kind of, aha, so that fits nicely here. I move this here. Now is it plausible? Is it plausible, because this does fit with this, does this fit with here? And I'm going to say no, because you see how much this doesn't have the right contour. So I'm going to say it belongs on this side. That is my running theory. So I'm going to double turn this here. Double turn this here. And double turn this here. Okay, this you can see looks better. It looks better. This is flush here and this is flush here. So I know that these two are all fine. I know that these are right. And as a matter of fact, I can try to find the other edge, the corner rather. It's not going to be this. It's sort of like a wide angle here. What corners do I see that are wide angled? This is a possibility. So we're going to go turn and turn. We're not there yet, I can tell. And up. So it's the variable, it's the actual overall structure of the puzzle that's guiding me, not the individual colors. So this is truly a situation where you have to think about the whole instead of the sum of the parts. That's what's fascinating about these ghost puzzles. I'm going to do this maneuver here. Put this down. Okay. Okay. Now, I can't lose sight here. That doesn't seem to fit at all. Let's do this. Warming drawer. Okay, I'm going to see if I move this down. Now, every so often I have to pause my algorithm to find out where I'm snagging. And it's something simple, I'm sure. Plate's hot, plate's hot.
Who made it, Mom or you?
Me. It's my special recipe. Maybe a little dry, because it's so.
It's dry, but it's like hard, like listen.
Oh, you can microwave it. It's been cooking for a while because you've been asleep for a while. Up. So I'm just trying to kind of move it in here. Turn, turn, and turn. Okay, so we like this, and this matches up here. So we're actually making more ground on this than I thought. So we like all of these. I have to find the correct one. Could it be this? And the answer is, I'm going to say no, because you have to have two. You have to have two in a, before you get to here. So where's another one? And I think it might be on this side. So this is 2. This I think belongs here. This is 2. So maybe it's this. That's kind of a tough call for me to make there. I doubt it. This is like, well, maybe. I'm going to say I doubt it. I don't want to spend time with that. Trying that one. This one looks interesting. It looks like it's right up against it, and it's 2. So I'm going to say this appears to belong here. Does it? Yeah, that's pretty good. So this appears to belong here. Oh, actually no. This does not belong here. I thought this was the center. It's not. So I'm going to say, and I'm sure it's, oh, okay, sure it's right in front of me somewhere. So this is 1, and this is right up against it. This is right up against it. And 2, this is 1 and 1, I think. Yeah, 1 and 1, we don't want that. This one is 1 and, oh, I think it's 2. Yeah, it's 2. So this one is a good contender to be over here. So I'm going to turn this like so, get myself lined up, and I'll turn it up. Okay, my theory is that this one is the correct one, and the only way to know that for sure is the corners. Let's see. These are going to be big corners, if this indeed is it. But you can see this one is right up, has 1 in between. This is 1 in between, so we don't worry about that. I'm looking for very big corners.
Good, what did you do today? I just woke up, Evan.
Let's see.
Tired, perhaps.
Let's see. This guy. Let's see if he belongs over here. So, turn, oop, and,
Sure.
and, gotta turn this up, but first I have to align it,
What? You got a point.
and up. Okay, not quite there yet, as you can see. So down, and again, I'm very careful when I turn this. Although the turning is good, if I snag a piece, it will destroy it and unglue it, and I will have to re-glue it. So I know it's not this piece. Well, I kind of knew that anyway. This goes here. Okay, get myself lined up. Do you want syrup, Noah?
I already finished.
Okay. Was it good?
I'll wake up before you make it.
Turn. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I kind of like the way that's looking there, and then this turns up. Oop. I accidentally turned the center. I gotta somehow get the center down, but I'm almost critically snagged. And if I snag it too much, I'll lose track of where I am. Yeah. And if I'm malaligned and snagged, the game is done for now. Yeah, I can't move it. I am locked up. There we go. This moves down. Okay, I pulled it out. So this is correct, and I'm 1 corner away from getting it, and it's going to be a larger corner, I can tell. And I think it's probably going to be, it might, I don't think it's this corner. I think it's this corner. That's my prediction. That's hard to say. Maybe it's this corner. So you can see how the snagging aspect of it almost undid me. Because I got to be careful that I'm not moving the center, thinking that I'm moving corners. This doesn't want to turn up. Doesn't want to turn up. Something's snagging it. Boom. Okay. Alright, that's not in yet. Turn. 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 Okay.
I love you.
And up. Okay, this I can tell is not the right corner. So it's gotta be something else. Maybe it is this. I doubt it. My prediction is that it is not. My prediction is that it is this one. Alright, so down you go. Across you go. I know that ain't it. Then up you go. Back you go. Sure it's not this guy? No, I think I tried that. Turn. Doesn't want to move. Something's... Aha! That fits up nice. Move this up. Okay, so this is pretty good. I have this configuration. The configuration that I have is I've got all my corners in. So that would be the equivalent of this turns here. Boy, it's so much easier when I can see it. See, if we were a race of people that lived with color blindness, this is how our twisty puzzles would be. Not based on color, but based on shapes. Okay, so this is what I have. Now, although this looks much more flat, these don't belong here. And because they don't, they would end up looking like this. But this is what I actually have.